What do you make of the market's move today?
Well, I think first things first, we're seeing an outright sell-off, which we really haven't seen of this magnitude in some time. I get the sense that the market was determined not to repeat the action of the last time there was a Korean crisis, where the futures sold off in the pre-market and early in the day, and then basically provided a great buy the dip opportunity, as we've seen so many of over the past few years. So instead, today we saw the futures kind of around down 8 overnight, rallying to about minus 4 or 5 as we came into the open. That really didn't provide much of a buy the dip opportunity. Those buyers didn't materialize, and it seemed that as the day went on, we started to see some waves of selling. And you can see from the action on the charts that it basically had a couple of different legs down. It wasn't really spurred by anything specific, I don't think, but there was definitely some weight to the market. There are some sectors that are really taking it on the chin today. The banks are particularly on the downside, with many of the bigger names down 2-3% or more. That I think stems from the fact that the yield curve is not looking very friendly to banks. Insurers, it was as though someone mid-morning decided to notice that there was a giant hurricane heading to Florida. I think there was always the narrative that you buy insurers in advance of a storm because, well, it won't be that bad, and then they'll be able to raise rates after. But I think when you have a storm potentially bearing down on Miami after a storm that bore down on Houston, and who knows where it's going to go after that, I think that really led to some fear trading, a lot of put buying in the insurers. So all in all, at the time we're talking here, it's really it's not a pretty day. VIX is rising as you would expect, but it doesn't feel like a panic shot. It just sort of feels like, wait, this is some real profit taking, selling, but without a real fear to the market. But definitely not a pretty day for most names.